Three C's. Is social media gonna take over? We won't be able to split reality from like fantasy. Yeah, exactly. So
if you use it in a toxic way, in a bad way, then that's when it becomes like, okay, cool, this is bad for you. Just, like, you lot check your screen time.
I think my most was 13 hours.
13 hours?
Yeah.
I got a question though.
Yeah.
This is a juicy one, you know. So even nowadays, everyone has an iPhone and find the Android users.
People love to use social media for validation. That's why that like button is a bit dangerous.
But like Instagram is a way for you to hide your insecurities.
They want to follow the trends and you know what's out there. Be calm, be cool, be collected. Imagine us just there having a whole debate, you know.
Alright, flipping cool.
Boom.
Yo,
What's up?
What's poppin'?
it's the 3 C's.
3 C's.
Cool.
Calm.
Collective.
Collective.
Alright,
Hey,
let's go.
Yeah.
Alright, so the topic of the day, Daniel, was your question, so do you wanna start?
So
In, bro.
we were discussing. We didn't want to discuss it too much, but the question of the day was: is social media going to take over in the next decade or so? Is technology going to take over in the next decade or so?
So we were speaking about this, like we were making our ideas of food, and you made a good point. Like, what were you saying about that fantasy and that?
Yeah. So obviously we're in a day and age where like virtual reality is a thing. Like those consoles look. If you've used one, they look dead serious. Like they look dead real. Like 3D and everything for real. Or like it's coming to a point where we won't be able to split reality from like
fantasy.
Yeah, exactly. So like even like GTA could be like a place where you could be the most innocent, nicest guy, but you could be the most like top villain on GTA, and it's like shanking up, man. And it's kind of getting to a place where I feel like technology is going to be just advancing even more, and we won't be able to keep up to a certain extent. Exactly. I feel like even now, like I'm not gonna lie, like you guys are my brothers, and obviously the fans know, like I'm gonna be real, like I've got iPhone 6, so like iPhone 5 coming out soon, innit? It's a mad thing, innit? It's like,
oh snap,
like,
that's crazy.
but obviously, like I've said my piece, innit? So what are you man saying?
I'd say, I think it's gonna take over, you know. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched Wall-E. Yeah. You see in the Wall-E, there's a futuristic, it's not world there in the spaceship, right? But it's like the humans are just big things. And they're just like, I'll put a clip in there, but they're just rolling about, and that's what it's going to be like, because we're going to start relying on it too much, you know, Uber Eats and all that stuff.
It's great, because everyone knows, like there was a stage when everyone was talking about robots and that, and everyone was talking about robots taking over, robots doing this, robots doing that, and you know, just robots being able to do the humanly things that will prevent us from doing them in a way. So it's like going to work and we won't have to work anymore, the robots start working, but it's like if we're not working, how are we gonna be able to get that retirement money, that pension, if we're not working? But it's like, it's crazy. But I just feel like with social media and that as well, it's like it depends on how you use it. Like social media is a wonderful platform. Like you can see that you can grow from it, you know, there's so many people that, like the guy that made Zoom, for instance, when we were on lockdown, that guy, like, he was probably just chilling, you know, I don't know what to do. And then through social media, he made Zoom, you know, he made ideas, he looked at the world circumstances and said, yo, made patents, and he made Zoom, made millions of it. Even still to this day, we use Zoom, you know, and we're still not like in a proper lockdown, but it just shows that. So social media is massive, like you can grow, like even with me, like millions of views, like you know how many contacts and people that put you know what I mean? But it shows that social media is powerful. Like from one platform you can grow and develop from, and you don't even know what the opportunities can bring. But I feel like it's the way you use it. If you use it in a toxic way, in a bad way, then that's when it becomes like, okay, cool, this is bad for you. Like people check this, like you lot check your screen time. how many like hours is on your screen time? Because I feel like I think it's every Monday or Sunday it says that your percent was either up or down this week. Like check your screen time and see what apps that you use the most.
Hey, tell us in the comments as well.
Like, what app do you use the most?
I think my most was 13 hours.
13 hours?
And cool, like, how did you feel about that? Like when you look at that, it's like raw, like 13 hours, bro. That's more than half of the day.
That's crazy. I had to put on like a timer
to limit
each of my apps.
Just to limit it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can just get lost in, and it's like during that time, imagine for us, how much football film could we have watched?
Exactly.
And then for others that do other things, how much like you lot that want to be, doctors, scientists, whatever, how much of that time, because we don't know how much screen time you had, but he said he had 13, so I'm sure people could have been either the same or longer.
Yeah, some people can relate.
Some people can relate. Imagine the time that you was on that phone, watching whatever you were watching, how much time could you have been invested in your craft? We all be the best doctors, best footballers right now, you know what I mean? So it's all about how much we balance out and spend time on like the things that we love and we care about.
I feel like you're talking the truth, man. It's gonna be like a time where, as I said, like we won't be able to split reality from like gaming. Like it's gonna be quite mad. Like robots, even now, like there's like people. So I'm not too sure if you guys have like heard about it, but there's this thing called artificial intelligence (AI), and people are talking about putting chips in your skull. And obviously, but there's some like people. There's like some advantages for like people like with like disabilities, like so like epilepsy. It might like send
signal or something.
Yeah, like a signal or something like that. So there's advantages, but there's also disadvantages.
Like with everything, there's always pros and cons. And cons always outweigh pros.
Yeah,
fair enough.
And sometimes what they do is that they try to mask the disadvantages with the advantages. You know what I mean?
Don't worry, like this will be fine.
It's gonna help you.
It's gonna help. Don't worry, we got you. Next thing you know, we're out there shivering.
Bugging out, fam.
Crazy. I got a question though.
Yeah.
This is a juicy one, you lot. So let me know, and you lot can answer this in the comment section as well. But the question is, say that you were with your girl, innit? You and your girl, it's like your 1 year anniversary and that. And then like you lot go on holiday, and then she says to you, she says to you, alright babe, like no phones, no social media, no nothing. Like what would you do? How would you feel? Like how would you
welcome that?
You welcome that?
Open arms.
What would you say? Like would you question, because would you want? Nah, let me change it. Different question. If it was your like say that you got married, it was your wedding day, and then she said that you couldn't post nothing, like you couldn't post the engagement, you couldn't post the day, the food, nothing. It was just a silent thing. How would you feel? Because me personally, let me just probe it. So it's like obviously I wouldn't have I wouldn't be, obviously I respect the decision and I leave it though. It's like, what are you trying to hide? Like, we're getting married today. Today! So it's like, what are you trying to hide? Like, why can't the world see who we are? Because if we're getting married, we would have had to go out before that. So people would have had to know. It's like, what are you trying to hide? Why don't you want people to know that we're married, like we're engaged? Marriage is such a big deal, big moment. And it's like, why can't we encapsulate that moment?
I think no, I wouldn't welcome it, because I think marriage, obviously it only happens, well, obviously in my household it only happens once, you know, like it's something that I'd like to record, I'd like to have memories, like I don't know about you guys, but I want my marriage to be like a motive. You know what I mean? Party,
that's what good times,
exactly.
But say that your girl says, flipping, like, it's done if you take, like, if you do anything.
Okay. That's uncharted territory, because like, see now the way it's all about perspective. I thought it was in a way that it's like, I just don't want us to be focused on social media, but
it could be.
If you look at it as like she's trying to hide you, then it's like, bro, like she has sightings. She has sightings on the side that she's not trying.
But say that it's not a thing that she just doesn't want anyone to know, even like friends, family. It's just
She's a private person.
She could be a private
Like
person.
camera shy or something like that.
Not even camera shy.
But then again, like if we're getting married, like it's only well, like for me, it should be like only me and you in the room. Like I don't really care about anything else apart from me, you, and the pastor. Like I don't really care what's going on. Apart from like when you get into the rest of the day, when you get the parties and drinking the food and like people talking about UT and like memories and that. Apart from that, like I mean, I wouldn't mind not recording the vows and stuff like that, but the rest of it, I mean, yeah, like I want that captured, yeah.
Exactly, because of course, like it's always good to have like a mental image of what happened, but it's not this like pictures and videos are powerful. You know,
This is how technology is advanced.
you can look back and say like even nowadays, everyone that has an iPhone and find the Android users.
Don't worry, still subscribe.
But like, you know how like on iPhone now you have like the live photos. So you can take a photo and then
You see what happens.
you see what happens before. So imagine like you were looking at your wife or whatever, and then you came in and kissed her. You can capture that. Like, it will be a picture, but you can see what happened after. You know what I mean, or before that. And it's like that just shows how much technology has advanced. So in certain ways, the way you use it can be beneficial. Because when you look back and say, like, as an old man, you know, seeing that and be like, hey, Gramps, that was you. Get gas that. Oh, like, that's amazing.
That's
you know, like,
me,
that's me. That's crazy. And then it's like to not capture anything. It's like as you get old, people get dementia and stuff like that. Like that's something that you want to remember. Like the day, because as you said, you're only supposed to get married once. Then what's divorce? Divorce isn't in the picture. So it's like how can you not remember the day that you and your significant other became one? Basically, you have to.
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna give my answer. I'll say that I wouldn't accept it. I want there to be footage for what happened.
What happened?
Yeah, I just couldn't live with myself knowing that I won't be able to see this again.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. So what are you gonna say?
100%. Like I feel like, all right, cool. I'm gonna use my parents for example. I only have one picture of my mum and dad like getting married. Yeah, and it's just like like I haven't really asked. Like it's not really something that I brought up, and maybe like that's my fault. But like I'd like to see like more footage. So like when I have kids, like and they ask like, what was your wedding like back in those days? Like I'm like just slap it in like DVD or whatever.
And that's exactly that makes sense, and that's why I asked the question, because it's like social, like it's the way you use it. Because some people could look at it, and some people, because in this case, this wife was insecure about social media in general. She's the type of wife that believes that evil eye is so strong. If people see that we're married, then we're gonna get broken apart, we're gonna get divorced, whatever, blah blah blah. But it just shows it's the way you use it, because more time when you're at a wedding, people are there, friends, family. You don't ask them, record me. They record. They record anyway. Like you don't say, "Hey guys, get a picture with us." You'll be there with your wife, and they record you anyway. They record you kissing the bride. They record, oh my God, wedding, like
wedding science.
Weddings, they do that off just natural instinct. You don't have to tell them to do that. As soon as she lifts up the flowers, they do that at their natural thing. It's not something that you have to tell them to do. It's just it's a wedding. That's what you do.
And like I feel like our parents would want to see and relive the memories, like their babies getting married. Because I remember like my cousin got married, and so my uncle he made sure there was like professional photographers there, so the pictures were 10/10 exactly. So obviously I'd love to get my marriage captured, like obviously like my two best men over here, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, like we all dressed up in black and you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd love to see like us with our significant others, of course. But like I think that's another topic that we could discuss. Marriage is a big thing, and people are not really discussing it, and people not even our age are discussing it. So I feel like that should be another big topic that we should discuss, because boy, we got some juice for that.
But
stuff to go.
that's the original thing. So social media, is a problem. I'd say it all depends on how you use it. You know, people love to use social media for validation. You know, from other people. That's why that like button is a bit dangerous.
Like, that's what I'm gonna say. Sorry,
no,
but like Instagram is a alright. It's a way for you to. Here's how I picture Instagram is. It's a way for you to hide your insecurities. So, for example, like you could post a picture of on Instagram of you in Gucci now, or you in like a Louis Vuitton and Louis and Pradas and whatever. But really and truly, you're sitting at home, no mattress, no veggie, like
it's true.
That's like you can be stuck
because that's some people see.
Exactly,
it's true.
But then again, that's your personal. Like if you're trying to impress people, that's your like. You see me, like I don't really care like what I wear and whatnot. Like I know that I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's the thing. Like it's also not talking about from the social media side, but it's like the thing that always go off is if it's comfortable, rock it. There's some people that rock Balenciagas that are like 1K and that, and it's not comfortable, but they're just rocking it for the sign.
For the sign.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a guy where if it's nice and it's comfortable and it makes me warm, content, I'm gonna rock it, even if it's a little sliding jar outside. It's like that. But if it's comfortable and it keeps me warm, I'm gonna rock it. But in regard to the social media side, it's like I feel like some people are so
invested,
and it's like they look up to all these people, all these role models and
influencers.
They see like because you know what I noticed as well. Statements of like this always happens. Say like Central C for instance. Central C will rock a tracksuit, and then the price goes up instantly.
Just because he
wore it, and it's like it shows that there's other people out there that just because one guy's wearing it, it skyrockets. But why wasn't it skyrocketing before? When why didn't you like it before? Like it's like they want to follow the trends and what's out there. Like this guy's wearing this, so I have to wear it. It's gonna make me cool. Like it's like just be you, be calm, be cool, be collective, just do your own thing. You know what I
didn't catch that one. Crazy.
But I feel like on my side, I feel like social media can be a toxic place. Of course, I feel like if you're too invested into social media, I feel like that's where you lose it. Like if you're in it every day, like you said that you were in it every day and you had to limit yourself. I feel like, for example, like Twitter, if you get into Twitter, I feel like you could get lost into Twitter. Like you just go down like a wormhole.
It was TikTok for me, man.
TikTok is another one.
I know that it was me as well. Like many people, TikTok have been an issue because you find yourself scrolling for like 5 minutes. You're there for 4 hours.
Literally, I was chilling there. I was like, I'm not gonna download TikTok. That's wet. I get this app. I'm just there. Just scrolling. Bro, for like 4 hours, bro. Not 4 hours. That's over exaggeration. Like 1 hour, 30 minutes.
1 hour, half. But you know what I mean? That's a long time. For real. That's a long time. Like, I remember I was one of the guys in the beginning. TikTok's wet. TikTok's down. Now me flipping blowing up on TikTok 26K. Like, but it just shows. But like, this is what social media's gonna do to you. But I feel like it's just the way you use it, the way you use your social media. If you know that, like, because I'm a person as well, and I'm sure the other guys are like this as well. I can not be on like Snap, TikTok, or whatever for however long, and I'll still be content. It's not like I'm craving to, because you know there's certain people that they're so consumed with the apps that they can't even revise. Why can't you revise? TikTok, man, Insta, man, notifications and that. But it's like, bro, just turn off your phone. I can't. I'm looking at them like, why can't you? Like, it's not that deep. But there's some people that they just fully can't. Like, rest deep. D&D isn't enough for them. Do not disturb isn't enough for them. Their phone being next to them is a distraction. For me, it isn't like that. But there's some people that just they're fully addicted to it. Like, it's like the social media is a drug for them. As soon as they post how many likes in like 30 seconds, bro, just chill.
Sound like
it be like that. It be like that, bro.
So, cool. So, do you man agree with Instagram if they're like to remove the like button?
But then, what's the point of Instagram without the likes? Like, I feel like Instagram, that's
because people get too consumed with the like button.
But do they really like the people who run Instagram? Do they really care about? Like, let's be real. I don't think they really care.
No, they don't.
But to be honest, I feel like it's not, because when you look at it, it's like, because I was thinking about this the other day. It's like it's not even. It's kind of sad for Instagram and that, like the social media apps as well, because it's not their fault. It's like they're not telling people to be on the app. They made, because the app is successful, that's why people are on it. Like TikTok isn't telling people to scroll for hours, are they? No, people are just on the app because it's a good app. But it's like, you know, what can they do to make people stop? You know, like the aim for them is to get people on the app.
So they're happy with what's
they're
going
happy
on.
with what's going on. You know what I mean? But it's like, okay, it shouldn't. It's kind of sad that the app is doing so well that now they kind of have to say to people that don't be on the app as much. Like Instagram is for likes, you know. That's one of the main platforms that started likes. It's like for them to then remove it. It's like, why should I have to remove it just because people are on it? Like, it's
people.
They should know. Like people should be able to control themselves with, you know, liking and like. Because at the end of the day, it's a heart. It's a heart. It's a little heart. You know what I mean? It's a little, and people buy likes and that. Like
It's mad.
it's not real. Like some people do that.
And buy followers as well.
Buy followers, likes, comments.
It's mad.
It's crazy, man.
But yeah, man, I feel like, as you said, like I feel like it'll be like, if you stay on the app too long, it's just, you're just gonna get addicted, and it's just gonna be a long day. Like
Long day.
I feel like, I don't even feel like people understand. Like they don't see the bigger picture. It's just they're just in the picture, but don't really see. They don't like, you're not really, you're just like a prawn. Like people are watching you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I just feel like the app itself is not a problem. It's the people that use the app.
Exactly.
Because the Instagram creators, what have they done? They're not the ones that are posting foolishness or posting hate, and they're not doing that. It's the people on the app that are doing that, and it's kind of sad because it makes it look as if Instagram is a bad app, but it isn't a bad app. The app is used for posting pictures, sharing, you know, explore page and that, but people that on the app that gain followers, you know, that make these videos, they're the ones that make the app look bad. And when people see, oh, this social media app is dead, but it's like, so the Instagram itself ain't posting stuff like that. It's people that are making users on the app.
Exactly.
And
And
so
like,
it isn't really
sorry, man.
Insta. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like trolls and that, like, you know, those racist people, and like if you scroll through comments and that, you will see
There's always hate.
exactly,
But that isn't Instagram. That's people on the app.
which is, I find it bizarre, man.
Hi guys, due to some technical difficulties, we're gonna have to just record the last bit of the podcast.
We here, we present.
The last bit was just saying. So, what are your final takes on social media taking over our generation?
So I'll start. So what my tip is basically, you know, social media, I don't think that's a problem. It's just the way people use it. If you use it in a good way to like promote yourself, promote your business, you know, promote life and help others, then it is an amazing platform. You know, you can grow, you can develop and do everything that you want to do. But if you use it in a bad way, then it's gonna be bad. You know what I mean? Like if you use it in a negative way to, you know, spread hate, you know, troll people and just do all the other foolishness, you know, like online scamming and all these things that people do, it's a negative. You know what I mean? There's always gonna be a good and a bad side. Too much of anything isn't, you know, isn't good. You know what I mean? If you have too much social media, it's bad. If you have too much of anything, it's bad. So I would just say the way you use it is, you know, the way that it's gonna be beneficial. If you use it in a good way, it's gonna be good. If you use it in a bad way, it's gonna be bad. So that was me.
I didn't know cap.
I'm gonna just piggyback over his point. Everything in moderation. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you're an athlete and you need it to promote yourself, then it's good. But if you're on there just looking at like
TikTok.
Yeah, not even TikToks, like, you know, shade rooms.
Just trying to find out all the tea.
Just, you know, going into other people's lives, you should be focusing on your own, then that's a bit of a negative, isn't it? So, what are you?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna piggyback on both of you. Yeah, I think
I don't think we can hold you, bro.
I think yeah, I think too much of something is bad, as Shane said. But obviously, there's so many different ways you could make social media good. So obviously, if you've got a cooking business, you know what I'm saying? Getting it out there that's how you're gonna get it out there. People are not sending letters. People are not, especially the times we're in. Nobody's gonna come see you and test out your food, but they can see it, and people, you eat with your eyes first. You know what I'm saying? So if your food looks good on social media, people are gonna want to buy it. So, but obviously, yeah, on the other side, there's so many other negative things about social media. Just the trolls and obviously like the sly remarks and like celebrities and things like that. Like people feel like their opinion matters on celebrities. So for example, I don't know if you guys saw it the other day, but Kenza crashed her car.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think it was on the weekend actually, and she crashed her car now, and obviously she got bare hate because she posted a message and she got bare hate, and she deactivated her account, and it's like she deactivated her account, so that you know that's serious.
It shows that they hate. Imagine someone crashed their car and man, you're hating them. Not even hey, hope you're well, hope you're safe.
Why you
you like what?
Why you driving fast?
Why you driving? Why you going fast? She could have died, bro. And bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, and but you know what's funny is we had a conversation after this podcast. Chashane wasn't here, he had an exam. Me and Apollo were talking about having a retreat. So I haven't told you guys yet, but I lost my phone on the weekend.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I lost my phone. It was, I don't know what happened. I think I was with my nan. She was, I left my phone in the car. Yeah, long story short, I left my phone in the car. But I couldn't get it for a whole day. But that whole day, I felt at peace. Like I started not talking to my. Obviously, you guys know that I have a strong family bond. But like I got to see other things. I get to pick up things like I noticed that my dad does something weird. And I kind of just laugh about it every time I see it now.
But it's like you only realise that through not having your phone.
And you sort of find peace. So we were talking about, I think everybody should take at least 2 weeks off the year, or at least 2 weeks from a month, just to take your phone out the place, like take your phone away from you.
Just detox.
Exactly, and I feel like that is probably the best thing, because that one day I felt amazing. I don't know about you guys, but that one day I felt good. I slept early, slept till like 6, 7, didn't wake up until 9. That's a good conking sleep.
Yeah, I feel you.
But yeah, like I feel like taking a retreat from social media is probably one of the best things that you could do. So
oh, then I'm going to put you on the spot right now. So everyone talks about this before, right? But you said you're into cooking and stuff, and we're just talking about online businesses, right? And promoting your online business. That's what social media is good for.
like I wrote this good.
So when is yours coming out? When is yours coming out? When are you starting?
You might know, but you know he does a little bit of a chefing on the side and that, so you know.
Actually, I'm not gonna promote my business because I ain't got that. Like I got it from my dad, so obviously, and he's like the main chef. I'm like I know, but obviously, like I'm the sous chef in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like if you need something done, I'll do it. But
people might want it.
You know.
You know what? I'm gonna promote my auntie's business. Go get at GGM's business. That is
bring that up,
GGM
here somewhere there.
Yeah. Run the poster and that, go big that up, Easter special, you know, fried fish.
Some example and cheese.
Boom. Yeah, 100. But yeah, I feel like
where can you find her? Like location?
She's in Emmett Green, North London. I feel like they deliver throughout North London. I'm not too sure, don't quote me on that. Yeah. But yeah, if you need something, we're up.
Bet. Make sure the details there.
Yeah, 100%. But my business, I'm gonna focus on the Triple C's podcast for a bit.
Let's go. Let's get
try and launch that up. Let's try and get 1,000 subscribers and
we like just work our way up gradually.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Gonna be at the top, man.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna be there soon.
3 C's.
Alright, you know, let's end it off. How we did the last one. tips. What tips can you give someone that's watching this video?
Sure, you want to start?
In regards to what?
Just life.
Just life in general.
Sports.
Alright, for tips in regards to just life in general, I would say, as I always say, just trust the process. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is that you're fighting for right now, because I know everyone has something that they want, even if you don't, because there's people that don't know what they want to do right now, but there's something that you eventually know you're going to see yourself doing. You know what I mean? Like all of us is sports, luckily we all have a common goal, but there's going to be people that are in your field of whatever you want to do that have the same goal to get somewhere. So I would say trust the process, you know what I mean? Especially what we're doing right now, like all you can really do is trust the process. We don't know when we're going to get offer, we don't know when we're going to play a game, and etc. etc. So all you can really do is just trust the process and trust the people around you to know that if you're doing your part, they will do their part, and you don't all, come together.
Yeah, follow.
For my one, I would say for mine, it's same thing I said last time, but obviously they got recorded, but stay in your own lane, don't watch other people's kettles, watch your own, because if you just stay in your own lane, you'll find happiness within yourself and stuff.
Okay.
You'll be able to know what you want to do and not focus on what other people did. You stay in your own lane, guys.
My advice, I think I'm going to quote Nipsey on this one. The best advice that he could give anyone is money advice.
Okay.
And I feel like that means, obviously, get your bread and stick to it. But it also means stick to your graft and grind. And obviously, you're going to have bumpy roads, but in marathon, obviously, the marathon continues. There's so many obstacles in a marathon. Like, there's going to be so many bumpy roads and so many turns, and you know what I'm saying? So just run your race at your own speed. It's a marathon, you ain't got to run it. Just go at your own speed. Yeah. That's it.
One more thing, just a bonus, just for you, like
A bonus?
A bonus.
Ooh.
Bonus?
Ooh.
Yeah, a bonus. Obviously, because we're talking about like people that we look up to, and that, I'm gonna give you a little quote from Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is my inspiration. You know what I mean? So a quote that he took with him, that he got from a teacher that used to go to school, was "Rest at the end, not in the middle." So it's like.
That was gonna be my next one for that.
Next one, bro. Telepathic.
Hey.
That's what the 3 C's does, isn't it? But that quote means that I always think about that quote. Even when I'm in an exam, when I'm at gym, when I'm at home, whatever I'm doing, I'm always thinking about that quote, because it's like, now Kobe obviously isn't here anymore. Bless his soul, rest in peace. You know what I mean? But it's like I always think about that quote, because it's like that's something that he lived by. And everyone knows Kobe. That when you look at him, you look at his success, you see that that's a quote that he lived by. Whenever he was doing whatever, he never rested. In the middle, he rested at the end. Because it's like whilst you're doing something, you can't rest whilst you're doing it. It needs to be, you only rest when you're done. Like when you have a long day, you rest. You go sleep when you're done. Like you have nothing else to do. That's when you rest. But then when you're doing something, you're working, you're eating, you're not sleeping, because you need to finish everything that you need to do and then rest. So in regards to your craft, don't rest in the middle. Like don't get complacent. Don't stop doing what you're doing. Only rest when you're actually done. And even when you are done, keep going, because there's more to be done. So yeah, that was the 3 C's.
That is the 3 C's podcast.
So guys, like.
How many likes, Shane? How many likes?
I think we beat
10.
We beat 10 last time,
10.
So this time I'm gonna say 15. We've got gradually.
Can they do it though?
Can you lot though?
Can they do it?
You lot watching that? Like the video. Come on.
They didn't comment last time though.
You lot, I only saw that one comment. Like you lot, give us your feedback. And like, come on.
Let's go, man.
Let's do this, man.
Peace.
Peace out, y'all.
One.